Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to .hack Mutation. We are gonna go give the amazing-ish, apparently, Spark Sword to Wiseman, which is what we were tasked with earlier. Wiseman, who has knowledge about the Epitaph of Twilight, is in this area. So we're just assuming that Wiseman is still hanging out in Lambda Dazzling Sage's Arctic. I mean... apparently this is just where he hangs out, in the third floor dungeon of this area. Which, I mean, I guess I don't really blame him. I really enjoy Ice Worlds. They tend to have the best music. Also, let's get some speed. Why am I in key items? Skills. The infection. Draining that dragony thing might not have been the best idea. I kind of wish we could just, like, skip automatically down to the bottom where Wiseman is. And if I recall correctly, this place wasn't too difficult to clear out. Especially if all the fights are like this. And that was fights with air quotes, in case you you couldn't see. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to see. I very clearly did it with my hands. Oh, these moths. That's right. I do believe we've gained a level or two since we were last doing this. I mean, I'm gonna do it again. If I'm not mistaken, we do still need a handful more dungeon clears and got statues and all that sort of stuff. Ooh, and bear cat eggs. I like bear cat eggs. We do need a bunch of stuff like that for the Book of Ryu. For getting more movies and soundtracks and desktop backgrounds. Oh, right, you. If I'm not mistaken, I wrecked them with Thunderdance. Yeah. Man, we leveled up. Look at that. This will be good. Generally, anytime I'm feeling a little bit underpowered, kind of like that last dungeon we went through to get the Spark Sword, I wasn't feeling underpowered per se, but we're right on the brink, right on the edge of that. Generally, that means it's a good time to start clearing out dungeons, and maybe clearing out fields as well, but fields are a lot easier to clear than dungeons. I don't mind going back and scooping up a few of those later. So yeah, this should hopefully level us up sufficiently, prepare us for whoever the end boss is in this volume of the game. Since like, we knew who we were chasing, who our antagonist was in the first game. We were after Scaife, the one who put Orca into a coma, and we were chasing after the girl. This game, things are a bit more nebulous. I don't know, I don't like... Ooh, we'll go first aid, though. I don't necessarily like the plot of this game as much as I like the plots of some of the others. Which isn't to say I dislike this one. Oh, and you're magically tolerant, aren't you? Oh, I forgot about that. We're still getting some pretty good experience in here, which kind of surprises me, I think. Also, something just massacred our SP a little while ago. Aw. Killed that thing, now we gotta deal with you. Holy crap, Black Rose. Elk, can you do first aid? That is literally the only reason I brought you, is to stand in the back. Oh, whoops, first person mode. Stand in the back and to cast spells. So, do that.
There can egg.
I wish we could set up a strategy that actually let people use abilities. Other than Operation Recover, which is heal yourself and don't do anything else.
Bearcat egg.
Oh, Bearcat egg, that's awesome. We were getting a crap ton of items. This is kind of surprising. Until I had to go and say something. Then the game got all self-conscious about it. Damn it. Why did I have to open my big mouth? I love how it's like here. Ice spells, ice spells, ice spells, water stuff. Oh, and then a room full of fire spells. It's like, make up your mind, game.
Yeah?
Nope. What a weird hodgepodge of items. A mishmash of items, if you will. Okay. Ooh, can we data drain one of these? I don't know if we've done this. Fire score, of course.
Bearcat egg.
Alright, I'm just gonna data drain this thing because they are super annoying to deal with. Don't care about that, we already have a better one. Don't really care about the treasures, mostly just want to get to Wise Man. Elk Reviver, please. Thank you. me hit her from here, please? Yes.
Thunderdance!
There we go.
Right cruise!
I almost opened that on accident. Sorry. I almost opened that. It was an accident that I didn't. Alright. Don't really care about Gloves of Dark. They're pretty crappy. A lot of the items in here are garbage. Let's attack Elk. You get first aid duty. Just because these ogres are really obnoxious. That, it's their stupid critical hits. That's what I don't like. Alright, yeah, I think we're doing much, much, much better in this area compared to the last time we were here. I do love being able to one-shot those Franken enemies. That's pretty cool. Anytime you can kill something in one hit, it feels so powerful. It's so good. Okay. Black Rose doesn't have enough SP. I do believe this is our final floor, though. Ooh, a summon water spell. I forgot that we were getting those. Ninja anklet, not very good. And I think would... actually, I don't think we'll be able to get the Got statue here. I think it's like the Spring of Mist, where you get it once and you've gotten it, so you can't get it again. Sounds like Elk just leveled up too. That's not bad. Yeah, Got statue cannot be obtained. It is not showing up on the map. That's okay though. Ooh, not enough SP. That's unfortunate. Kill it. Here we go. And I think this way we have our last fight.
Bearcat egg.
Ooh, Bearcat egg. I'm glad we got to go through this dungeon twice and that it had Bearcat eggs. That's actually pretty cool. They are fairly difficult to come by. Apparently, considering I only had like a couple of them when we were raising our snaky grunty. Alright, don't care about treasures so much. Mostly just want to get through here. Alright, wise man, we got your sword.
It is indeed the Spark Sword.
Isn't it? Okay, now give us the information like you promised.
I must ask you first. Who are you?
What do you mean by that? We gave you the item and now you're complaining?
I will honor my promise. It's just, it was a protected area. I'm intrigued.
Oh, yeah. About that.
Ugh! You deliberately chose a protected area to test us! That is so not cool!
But he knew that we could do it, so suddenly maybe this guy is a bit more than he seems.
Well, I guess it seems that way. If it's all right, will you tell me?
Kite explained the situation.
I see. This world is indeed. This is all very interesting. I didn't know Orca of the Azure Sea was in that condition. All right. If that's the case, then I will help you. I apologize for testing you. I will send you the data that I have on the Epitaph of Twilight by mail.
That's right.
And take this.
And he gave us back the sword. Oh, by the way, I didn't actually want the sword. I just wanted to see if you could get into a protected area like I thought you could.
What?
Your tale was much more interesting than the item.
So yeah, we have ourselves a third Wave Master. So I don't have to be saddled with freaking elk anymore. Ugh. Alright, he said he's going to mail us the details. Also, Spark Sword is an actual item now. Oh, we never gave her the Sonic Blade either. That's okay, we'll give that to someone else. Holy moly, Life Drain and Critical Hit. And then a bunch of Thunder stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah?
What does it look like?
You sure I can...
No. Wait. Come back here. I want to see your sword. Where did you go? Where did you go? Where did she go? Black Rose? Come here. Nope. Come here. Where on earth are you going? Okay, don't know why you had to do the little loop-de-loop there to come hang out, but... that's kind of a cool-looking sword. That is a beefy sword. Huh, cool. We didn't check out Elk's weapon either. The lightning staff thing? That's kind of cool. Like a holy staff or something almost. Okay, whoops. So, since he can't tell us anything about the Epitaph in person, apparently, email time. Oh, and board time, so it's a whole new round of information. Alright, info dumps. Let's check all this stuff out. There's probably going to be news on the desktop first, so let's do that. Because those sorts of things usually come up on the board as well. Yep, news, email... Alright, smoking regulation law in deliberation. The smoking regulation law, which made headlines when first proposed, is now the topic of congressional debate. This law will restrict smoking in designated areas. If passed, smoking would be prohibited in public institutions such as train stations, city streets, hotels, department stores, movie theaters, and restaurants. Tobacco companies are lobbying hard against the proposal, and the chances of this law's passage are far from certain. Regardless of the outcome, the price of cigarettes is set to increase at the end of the year. Boy, this sure is a sign of the times, isn't it? You're no longer going to be allowed to smoke indoors or in public places. Yeah. Unmanned convenience store. Major convenience store chain Heaven's Gate became the first company to operate a store on full network management without employees. At the experimental store in Suganami County, all products are concealed and customers must select products that appear on a visual panel indicating stock content. The customer uses their own terminal to access the convenience store website and orders are placed via cellular phone. Products are received in a box set up at the register counter and customers are billed through their cellular phone service provider. Since there's no exchange of cash involved, the products are not on display. Since there's no exchange of cash involved and products are not on display, the system is expected to help reduce convenience store burglaries, and the idea is gaining attention within the industry. Storage conditions and the store interiors are under 24-hour surveillance, and items are replenished according to need. Contracted officers rush to the scene when emergencies arise. After testing the Let's try that again. After testing the experimental system, Heaven's Gate plans to deploy the automated stores widely and eventually replace 30% of its manned stores with the unmanned system. So basically Skynet and or giant, like, you walk inside them to shop vending machines. All right, news of the world to operate online. Due to a drastic increase in print sales, News of the World has announced its decision to operate online. At the end of the 20th century, the news publication boasted 10 million in sales, but numbers have recently dwindled to a low of 1.26 million issues. The decision to move online is a desperate one because as the network age continues to develop and progress, the decline of print media seems inevitable. Again, another topical conversation. Other publications have switched to online magazines as well. With this decision, News of the World will serve as a model for all publications and press. News of the World Online will be funded by Ultimate Corp and the CC Corporation. Boy, they have their fingers in all sorts of stuff, don't they? Ultimate and CC. Garbled text t-shirts. Garbled text is a familiar sight for those who use computers. Are you just in general referring to like the nonsense that people post on Twitter and how it usually doesn't make sense? Probably not, but now, garbled text t-shirts are available in stores. The method is simple. Customers print out a phrase or expression from their computer, then take the text to the store where the contents are randomized. The thrill of not knowing how the garbled message will turn out and being able to wear the messages that are unpronounceable has made the product a hit among today's youth. That's a weird trend. Oh, look at all those emails. We have some odd subjects. I love that Moonstones is no subject. He's not very talkative. All right, Wiseman, the Epitaph of Twilight. So this, by the way, right here, I'm going to say this is kind of very central to the plot and the theme of the franchise. So a lot of text. I know this is a lot of exposition in this episode, but this is kind of significant here. All right, so here's the promised stanza in the Epitaph. So this is a significant chunk of the poem. Unknown where the cursed wave was born, after the stars doth cross the heavens, the sky in the east doth darken, and air doth fill with mourning. From the chosen land beyond the forest, a sign of the wave comes. Riding in the wake is Scathe, the shadow of death, to drown all that stands. Mirage of deceit, Innis, betray all with the flawed image, and did aid the wave. By the power of Magus, a drop from the wave doth reach the heavens, and creates a new wave. With the wave, Fidchel, the power to tell the dark future, hope darkens, sadness and despair rules. Gore schemes when swallowed by the cursed wave. Macha seduces with the sweet trap. Wave reaches the pinnacle, and escape none can. Tarvos still remains, with more cruelty to punish and destroy. And with the turbulent destruction after the wave, only the void remains, and from the deep within the void arrives Korbanik. Perhaps then the wave is just a beginning as well. There is a high probability that the monsters you encountered were Scathe and Innis. However, no more assumptions should be made at this. I disagree with that right there. I very much disagree with that. No more assumptions should be made. You encountered the first two in the order they were listed in the Epitaph of Twilight, so I would assume we're going to run into Magus next. You should contact the legendary hacker Helba. She is based in the Net Slum, which is one of my favorite areas in the game. That place is super badass. Oh, and we have to remember a thing. East, north, south, west, north, gates to paradise will open. I will absolutely not remember that. I'm going to have to write that down. It is a spell to reach Net Slum, and may the grace of the Twilight Dragon be with you. That sounds familiar. I used to say that. Yeah, that's actually pretty interesting. I do love that. Also, I may or may not end up splicing this little cutscene in from the very, very first, I think the very first episode where we first encountered, first episode of .hack Infection, where we encountered Black Rose in the Hulgrand's Cathedral. There was a thing there, and we looked at the chained girl, and
Scathe, Enos, Magus. I can't read anything else. The inscription is faded.
that also is very significant to the that stanza of the Epitaph of Twilight. Anyway, so you read Wise Man's email, right? I'm totally lost. What the hell is Netslum? What is the spell? Do you have any idea? I have no idea. Recently, hey, you haven't called me. You need to call me every time you're in the world. I'm logged in just in case you call me. Or she sounds almost kind of desperate there. Completely unrelated. Mistral, hey, you in love? Hey kid, you're probably busy playing and studying. Don't forget to fall in love as well. Love, so long ago, sigh. I think our team play has improved a great deal. I believe we are now brothers. Oh, brother Pyros. Sandro, sorry. Seems you're helping me out more these days, and I thought I was lending you a hand. You are sometimes out of it, but you seem to be a good person. I do not dislike you. We have some goofy friends in this game. Am I useful? I feel like I'm just in the way of things. I'm going to try a lot harder, so please call me again. Glad to work with you. Hey, buy me a drink sometimes for all that time you drag me around. Nah, just kidding. I hate other people buying me drinks. God, Marlowe's an asshole. You're my big business partner. Let's make big bucks. Having fun? So, isn't an adventure with me just filled with thrills and gags? So, if we go way back, a bajillion years ago into the, .hack infection emails, I think, didn't we get emails from them also? I don't know. I think the fact that we're getting that blast of emails from everybody is indicating that we're like approaching the final fight for this volume. So as soon as we figure out what the net slums are, or where that area is, that might be the last dungeon, other than like the super secret dungeon that comes after the game. And I gotta do goblin tag and all that other crap. Okay, so CC Corporation account. Somebody's rich. CC Corporation, I think we already read this part well, a while ago, but I'm going to go through it again because it's been a while. CC Corporation's net gross is 2 trillion yen. Holy moly. Well, somebody's rich. But I guess it makes sense since Ultimate is a product of CC Corporation, but its net gross is higher than Ultimate itself. So for Ultimate, it's like they rented a place and got taken over. Not really sure how that logic follows, but it's okay that they're making money, but all that money is from us users, right? I wish they would lower the membership fee for the world. Yeah, I think it's a subscription-based game like World of Warcraft or something. Final Fantasy XIV. Smoking regulation law. Yeah, so they're chatting about that. Let's see what we got on here. The Chimney Kid. Smoking regulation law. It'd suck if it becomes a law. I mean, come on. These days, it's just filled with no smoking sections. And now they want to make it a law? I really hate the government. I agree. If the smoking regulation continues, the only place I could smoke will be my room. I wish instead of just outlawing things, they'd head towards a separation of areas. Yes, segregation. That has worked out fantastically in the past. All right, Ultimate. Ah, yes. Rolling out new versions, it's supposed to be perfect. Well, it gets hacked periodically. There was the Twilight of the New Gods. I keep trying to sort out the differences between, like, Twilight of the New Gods and Pluto's Kiss. There were a couple, there was the Flash of Death too, so there were a couple of like really nasty hacks in a row, and that leads to the death penalty for cybercrimes and how they're trying to repeal the death penalty part of that law because they're approaching the execution date of the like 10-year-old kid or whatever who did the Deadly Flash, something like that. Anyway, conspiracy. So isn't Ultimate the only company that's been benefiting from all this stuff, like from after the hacks, and then Ultimate kind of took over as the de facto operating system and whatnot. So maybe it is a conspiracy theory. That's where they're going with this. Even if it isn't a conspiracy, Ultimate did benefit greatly. They now control 100% of the market. So I don't know about Ultimate being the perfect OS. It's been acting up a lot lately, and when I hooked up to the game, it got all weirded out. WNC better get their act together. Yeah, I like following all these little conversations and things that people talk about on the message boards here. All right, is this an event character? This seems significant. So this is where they were originally, back in the first game, talking about seeing Aura. Hey, I saw this girl with the long white hair, and she was just kind of floating around, and this creepy thing chasing her with a red wand, and then there, like, the area where I saw it was protected areas and stuff like that. So there was a guy saying something very weird at Lambda Scattering Fossils Milestone. He was talking about something called the Net Slum. Is this some kind of event or something? So going and talking to this weird guy, presumably he'll tell us how to get to Net Slum or point us in the right direction. So we do have some sort of direction now. I think we're swiftly approaching the end. I do still think we have a few more episodes, a few more videos here. Because we gotta go talk to this guy, and then we gotta go to Net Slum, and I think our encounter is after Net Slum? I'm not entirely sure. There is one final thing that I want to do before we get rolling here. Although we might have like a cutscene with Black Rose or something at this point. Yep, there we go.
Lambda, Scattering Fossils Milestone. Lambda, Scattering Fossils Milestone.
Oh no! Kite's stupid repetition is rubbing off on her. Oh no! Kite's stupid repetition is rubbing off on her. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. Yeah. We're gonna do this super quick. I don't know that we have any other cutscenes to watch, but we might. It seems to happen periodically after significant story missions. And I don't think we've checked since we have been talking to Wise Man. Also, it's spooky that there's no music here. Oh, there it is. No cutscene. Huh. There's the statue of the girl that I was talking about. With the 8 chains that match the, well, let's just say it's symbolism and leave it at that. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end things here. Thank you for joining me, and next time we're gonna go see if we can figure out what the deal is with Net Slum. May the grace of the Twilight Dragon be with you?